Here's the makeup look. My skin is prepped. I have moisturizer on. I have sunscreen on. It has been sitting on my face for a while. I clean my brows using micellar water and a Q-tip, and then I use the Got2b gel in yellow. But I let it set on my spoolie before I brushed it through my brows, back, front, down, up, and then I laid it flat with the end of the spoolie. I'm using the Tarte Poreless Primer, just pressing it into the pores around my nose. Then I'm mixing together the Anastasia Eye Primer and the Milani Primer. I like the Milani. I don't like the Anastasia, but it gives me a really light base. For this eyeshadow, I'm using the Monochromance palette. The color is Forever Inked down at the bottom in a big brush. I want a pastel color and I want to create like an organic winged out shape. So I'm just getting it down, and I haven't done my foundation yet, so it's okay if it's a little bit messy because we're going to clean it up with foundation later. I really think makeup is not about application, it's how you clean up your mistakes. It's my favorite part of makeup. Now I'm going into the Hindash Beautopsy palette. I'm going to dip into that color Real. I'm going to use a small blending brush to add depth and dimension to the outer V and also create a crease above my natural crease. Because I have hooded lids, if I use my natural crease, when I open my eyes, it's going to lose all of that great detail work I've done. I'm using a big brush to go into the color lines. It's a matte white, and I'm laying it over top of the whole eyeshadow look to get that pastel color. Back again, going into the Pat McGrath palette, I'm dipping into the color Depth, and I'm using a teeny weeny pencil brush. Again, small brushes are the best for creating that dimension and depth. You get to put the darker color down in a very precise way, and as you can see, I'm adding depth to the outer V, and then I'm also creating that crease again above my natural crease there. I'm going to use that small blending brush we used earlier, and I'm going to diffuse the pigment that I put down. And then you'll see I'm going to add some more of the depth shade with that tiny pencil brush, and I'm going to use that smaller blending brush to clean it up a little bit more. Those brushes were from KJH Academy. Now I'm putting back the blue all over the lid again, and I dipped into the Pat McGrath Astral White, which is the blue glitter. I put it on the center of my lid and I diagonal it up and out to my brow. That's how Katie Jane Hughes likes to do it. I'm highlighting my inner corner of my brow bone with the matte white lines, and then I'm also using the detailed liner brush from Eco Tools. It's a flat brush, it's great, and I'm using the Salt New York Cream Radiant Tint Pro in Pearl to highlight my inner corner and my brow bone. Here I'm using a Duofiber brush, and then also the Salt New York Lip and Cheek in Cocoa, and I'm just blotting all this blush on my face. Here comes the foundation. It is the Auric Glow Lust and the Lisa Eldridge mixed together. You see I'm carving out my eye shape here. I'm taking away all our sins from earlier to really snatch that wing. Auric Glow Lust is very similar to the Hollywood Flawless Filter. It's a glowy product with a little bit of base pigment in there. I like to put foundation over a heavy blush application sometimes. It'll create like the blush is coming like from underneath the skin, creates like a really skin-like finish. I used the foundation to also carve out my brows, you saw, and then here's my fatal mistake. I sprayed some Fix Plus on a beauty blender, and it took the coverage that I wanted to concentrate in the center of my face away. So now I'm just frantically adding more coverage again. I'm cleaning up that eyeshadow, and then I gave up and I used a big fluffy brush. It's 08 from Spectrum and KJH Academy, and I dipped it into my foundation mixture and just diffused coverage wherever I wanted it on my face. This is my favorite product. It is the Sephora Cream Lip Stain. It's in the shade 1, but I have mixed that together with the Auric Glow Lust to create this beautiful cream blush, and I'm just rubbing it all over my cheeks. You can do this with any liquid lipstick. You can mix like a glowy product and a little bit of concealer together, and it'll create a gorgeous liquid blush. Here I'm using Auric Glow Lust on that fluffy brush to kind of clean up my blush application, and I'm also putting Heart from the Monochromance palette all over my cheeks to set the blush. Now I'm dipping into a couple different powders from both the Beautopsy and the Monochromance palette to just set the center of my face and add a little bit more coverage there. I don't want to set everything down, just in the center. And I'm using the Sunstalker blush in the color Shady Biz from Fenty. And I'm trying to get that orange color back. You can see the color of the flowers on my dress. The red ones, they're a little bit more orange. I want my eyeshadow to match that cornflower blue. I love matchy-matchy stuff. I'm forever stuck in my mind in kindergarten. Everything matched then. Now I'm back with depth, and I'm just honoring that shape we created with the foundation. And I'm adding more definition and also defining the bottom lash line a little bit. You can see I'm still adding more to the outer V, blending everything up and in. And now I'm going to use a clean blending brush to just diffuse the edges here. It's a lot of adding pigment and then diffusing it and then adding it and diffusing it. Now I'm using a stubby brush. I'm adding that blue color Forever back into the eye look. I felt like it kind of dipped a little bit gray and I just wanted to add some blue back in. And I'm just adding it like a little bit up at the front and around the edges. I want the eyes to kind of like glow blue a little bit. And now I went into the Skin Show Nude with that flat Eco Tools detail liner brush. I love Eco Tools brushes. And I sprayed some Fix Plus on it so that it is shinier, and I'm highlighting my inner corner and my brow bone. Here's the cream lip stain from Sephora in 01. I'm using it as a stain, just a little bit on the center, diffusing it out with my finger. I put a little bit of orange terracotta from Salt New York on my lips. I am doing my brows, filling them in with the Westman Atelier. Here we go. I screw this brow up so bad. See it in real time. Learn from my mistakes. Wow. Now I'm freaking out because I have one beautiful brow and one that's not beautiful. I'm using the brush number 16 from Spectrum and KGH collaboration. I dipped it into the depth color in my Pat McGrath palette, and it's a flat liner. Well, it's like a rectangle lip brush, and it creates these really awesome hair-like strokes. So I really enjoy it for eyebrows. I am still trying to fix these eyebrows. God bless. Now I'm using a small, it's like a big eyeshadow blending brush. I dipped into the color Ego, which is a gray tone to contour. I like using a small brush to contour because it gives me a lot of control. And I'm going just at the back of my jaw to contour as well. I'm putting on bronzer again to blend everything together. Here's the eyeliner, my friends. Okay, this is the Roller Liner eyeliner from Benefit. It's in brown. I like brown for weddings. I think it looks really romantic, but I wanted to show you, this is the eye that I'm good at. So then I remember, oh crud, I should probably try to do the eye I'm not so good at. But here I cheat. I really follow the line that we've already created with, by cleaning up the eyeshadow with the foundation. That's all I do. I sketch and follow that angle that we've created together. It helps me so much. My eyes are different shapes, so I have to do my liner differently on each eye. There's one eye that I'm better at. It is what it is. But really cleaning up the eyeshadow and just following it, this trick has made my life 10 million times easier. Eyeliner is practice, and there is a special technique that Katie Jane Hughes does for hooded eyeliner that I really like following. It's just about like keeping your eyes, trying not to raise your eyebrows as much as possible, and keeping your eyes as neutral as possible. Ugh, she has a great tutorial on it. So I am curling my lashes. They are straight. I have to curl them. This is the CoverGirl mascara. It's in black brown. I'm just going to put it on the top. I'm not going to put mascara on my bottom lashes because I really want to accentuate that shape with the eyeliner that we've created. I'm desperately trying to fix this brow, but there's nothing I can do to make it better. And I went into the taupe color in Pat McGrath palette. It's an eyeshadow that's really pigmented, so and then I went back into the Ego color, and I just went above where I put the taupe to create like a gradient, and I'm going over everything with blush. It blends everything together. Also, my face eats blush. It doesn't matter. I put cream, I put liquid, I put this powder. I like to stick it underneath my eyes at the edge. It looks really pretty, but either way, this blush is going to disappear very soon. Now is the Freck pen. So you see, I just put a freckle on that pimple on my eye. Here, I'm going to do it again. There we go. Any pimple, put a freckle on it. And I don't know what the pimple is. I think it is a ingrown hair, but it doesn't make it feel any better. So any red spots, I put a freckle on it. Also some like freckles that maybe have been covered up with makeup, I'll put them back. I'll put the pigment, the product back on it to accentuate it. I put a freckle on my mouth. Yes, freckles exist on the mouth. Sometimes I'll let the pigment sit for a while and dry so the freckle is a little bit more pronounced. It looks kind of like a beauty mark. Or I will, you'll see I'm patting all of them down. And you'll see over here I kind of create a cluster. So I pick up the product and I put it back down right beside it. And I'm going to put blush all over my face again. I think freckles look better with like product on top sometimes. Sometimes they look too fake. And then I'm putting more of the cream lip stain to create more dimension. And here's the final look. I hope you like this. I hope it taught you something. I don't know. Please let me know. Thank you for watching. You're the best. Take care.